Thank you for being on. Chris doesn't tell us what he's gonna do.
What
as we're
goes
walking
on in your mind? Like it's like a merry-go-round of like what's a stem like stimming like you
Yeah,
people
vocal
are-
stem.
vocal stems.
Oh,
I'm
I
just
got
glad.
plenty.
I'm glad we have you to keep things
Do you know
interesting.
if I
on
say
here.
vocal stems? Do you know what that is?
Nope.
He doesn't. He's
I
out
was
of
trying to take
It's
a guess,
like
but
little things that people can't get out of. It's like a song that you get stuck in your head. That would be like a song stem.
But it's like a video, like clip. You
Little
know
clip.
how I'll always walk up and be like, "Hey, how y'all doing?" Like, no, okay.
I don't know if I know that you do that.
Oh well,
but
my D group knows that I do that every Monday morning. I walk in and go, "Hey, how y'all doing?" Every time. But that's a vocal stem. Moving on.
Anyways.
Speaking of D group, okay, my D group meets early in the morning,
Okay, what time are we talking? You can say it.
7:30.
Ooh,
Okay.
wow,
And-
the sun is up for probably a couple hours.
Wow, early. You were expecting like a 6 a.m.
Ooh, wow, the
No,
sun has
7:30.
been, I mean, it's awake. The sun is up at that point.
It's like the Teletubbies, the sun that giggles when
Yeah.
it's up. Like it's.
That's
full
me,
gig-
actually, the baby. I
Yeah.
did that recording.
You're lying.
I'm sorry.
That would be awesome
That would
lore.
be super cool, Laura.
But I do not like waking up in the mornings. I am in a slump right now.
Yeah.
I need your help.
A slump,
A slump.
Slump.
man.
I used to be so good about waking up every morning. I would go to the gym at 5:30 and then I would come back and make breakfast and do my quiet time. And I was just thriving, okay? And I am not thriving right now. It is so hard. I hit snooze every morning. Like every morning. Just getting out of bed, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I feel like the things that I used to be really disciplined in, I'm not.
Yeah.
And so let's just talk about it. Like talking about kind of having these healthy disciplines in our life. Is it something like to be a Christian, do I need to have healthy disciplines? Tell me. Help me.
I mean,
That's a great
gut
question.
reaction, it should be the result of it. Right?
Yikes.
What is discipline?
This is hurtful. I'm actually going to head out of the podcast if you don't mind.
Yeah. See you at 7:30 in the morning. See if you can
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'll probably be late because I'm tired.
Fingers crossed. What is discipline, though? Like, how do you guys define it?
That's a great. What is discipline? That's a good question to define it. I would say it's putting practices in your life to help you get towards a particular goal.
Yeah.
That's what I think of them as.
Yeah.
It's if I know I want to get there, wherever there is, what things am I going to have to put in my life that are going to get me there?
Right.
That probably are not natural to you. You don't just do that on your own.
Right.
I'm going to have to make this a discipline in my life for me to achieve whatever that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also think of the word like self-control, like having
Yeah.
control. It's funny that we're talking about this because I feel convicted because at the beginning of the year, I don't always do like a word or a concept, but I was like, I want to have resolve. Like I want to be diligent, to have disciplines and self-control. And here I am in whatever month it is, like, oof, this is tough. Like it
Yeah.
is tough.
Yeah.
But I think of this idea of genuinely having self-control to where even when you do want to hit the snooze button, you don't. Or even when you don't want to work out, you do. Or when it comes to reading the word, that even when you don't feel like it, you do it anyways. Because discipline
up.
means not just doing what feels good, it means doing what's best.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you just said it. It's part of having the Holy Spirit in you is that you have the ability to have self-control, to have discipline. It's just a matter of you leaning on the Holy Spirit to enable that,
Right.
if you will. So your example is trying to get up in the morning,
Yeah.
which is exercise a good thing to wake up for? Sure.
is
Does
it
that
the
have to be part of the Christian life?
Right.
No, doesn't have to be. But when we think of things like the Christian disciplines, the spiritual disciplines, if you will,
Yeah.
those are things that, man, we got to have those in our life
Yeah.
somewhere. It's easier said than done at times, right?
And I think the good thing is this conversation in my brain, because even with me wrestling with it right now, you can combine the two. Like it's like discipline is in all things. Like yes, spiritually, but also in the day to
Oh my
day.
gosh, yeah.
Because we're not like, hey, we're here telling you why you need to wake up and go to the gym. No, it's like how to have healthy discipline in our lives to where we're not living the just kind of not planning, just doing whatever feels good. Because let's be honest, when I struggle to have discipline to wake up in the morning, it's probably because I was scrolling on TikTok
Sure.
or watching TV.
Habits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, I should go to bed at 9 o'clock, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stay up till 11:30 and do something else.
I'm going to be bad.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay up.
But that's me
till
not
1
having
a.m.
discipline there, which then leads to me not having discipline in the morning
Sure.
because I wasn't disciplined with a nighttime routine. So then I'm not disciplined the next day with a morning routine.
Yeah. So I'm thinking of a question you asked on a past episode, just asking if something is sin. So is it sin? Maybe that's the wrong question. But is it sin to live an undisciplined life?
I feel
to
like you
just
have- like,
live
there's no
on a
fruit.
whim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's no fruit if you don't have like, if you aren't doing things that make you uncomfortable, then you're probably not doing anything that's healthy for you.
Yeah.
Like most likely, most things that we don't want to do are going to be considered disciplines. And
Yeah.
sometimes you have to white knuckle through it, and other times it can kind of be something naturally. And like what I think about is when I was a kid, I wanted, like, not a kid, but like when I was like a teenager
Last week.
I'm a child. When I was a teenager, like I would want to have these perfect workout regimens.
Yeah.
And I would go on like GQ, like the YouTube channel GQ, and it would be like Dwayne Johnson's morning routine.
Dylan loves
And it
it.
would be
He's
like,
in.
wake up 3 a.m., go to the gym,
Yeah.
eat, go back to the gym, run 3 miles,
Yeah.
and then go to bed at like.
Oh, that's Mark Wahlberg, dude.
and
He's
then-
the 3 a.m.
Exactly.
club.
And then
Yeah.
it's like, and then I go to bed at midnight, and I'm like, are you getting 3 hours of sleep every night? Like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
kind of crazy. But I would watch these videos, and I'd be like, I want to be just like that guy. I'm going to copy that exactly. And what I came to realize, I would try to do it, and I would make it like 3 months in, and I would burn out. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
I can't do this. And I would try to watch a different one and be like, oh, maybe this one will work for me. Maybe this one will work for me. And what I realized is, oh shoot, I'm fearfully and wonderfully uniquely made by my creator, and I'm unique in the way that I function. So your discipline and your routine is going to be different than the one that I have. I can't just copy paste whatever you do because I'm different, and the Lord has created me to function in my own way. I'm not just a robot that can have like my own tasks.
Yeah.
So
And I like that you said this idea of like you're not going to have fruit in your life, because I think about this idea of growing fruit. Like somebody has to intentionally prepare the soil, plant it,
Yes.
care for it. It's a lot of work. Could you imagine as somebody who's like, I'm a grape farmer. I don't know if there's any grape farmers listening,
Oh.
but hope you are.
I'm not.
But if they just wake up one day and they're like, yeah, I just don't want to. Like the whole rhythm gets thrown off. And I think back to even the conversation where you were talking about how you weren't going to church because you were on vacation for 2
Right.
weeks. That discipline that you've had because you were always going on Sundays, once you break it, it's so hard to get back into it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because it takes discipline. But it's like just like working out. You can work out for days and days and days. And you take like a week break and you come back and you're like, ooh,
Completely off.
oh, this is not
Yeah.
the same. And that's just because we're meant to stay in these healthy disciplines. Healthy disciplines being the key word, healthy. Because I think sometimes people do pass the line of healthy discipline
Yeah.
into like obsession,
Right.
which
I think
Oh, yeah.
it goes into the question of like why. Like I think what leads to healthy disciplines is being able to ask yourself the question why you're doing it.
Yeah, the why.
Because if you can't answer why I want to get a 6-pack in 6 months, then you're probably not going to have a good reason, and it's probably related to vanity. It's probably related to self. It's not related to like this is a way that I'm building up my body
Yeah.
because the Lord like is expecting that of me to make my body a temple.
Yeah.
Like,
And I just think one of the most difficult things, if we're being really honest about discipline, is we're in this culture where we want quick fixes and immediate results. And
Yes.
it's like you can get on YouTube and become an expert at something in a day. And we look for, like you said, 6-pack in 6 months. You want it quick. You want it like, and even that, people are like, well, I want it in 3 months.
oh
I
yeah,
want it in a
90
week.
days.
But
Yeah.
our culture right now, especially, is like rigged to give you a quick fix. Like, let's cut all the corners and give you the result without any of the discipline it took to get there.
Yeah.
And it's like you look at these farmers that are out planting and they do all
Poor
this
grape
work.
farmers.
And these poor grape farmers, justice for them. And now there's like these instant, like, let's get all the machine, let's get anything that makes this process quicker. And we do that in everything. Like,
Yep.
instead of being good students, we use ChatGPT because we want the quick A on an assignment. We
Sure.
don't want to put in the work.
Yeah.
Or with our Bible, we're like, just tell me what I need to know. I don't want to have the discipline to sit down and read it for myself.
Yeah.
Like in most things, we just want an immediate result because we want immediate satisfaction. We don't want to be disciplined. We don't want to work hard. But it's like, that's a good thing. Thinking about how we talked about ambition a while back, like it's good to have godly ambition, but
Yeah.
just the quick fix culture is really dangerous in this.
So your grape farmers, which are they called grape farmers?
I don't know. Could
Is
somebody
that-
let me know in the
Farmers.
comments? Where are you? There's
Is-
got to be somebody.
is honestly though a perfect example. This is so random that I know this.
I love
but
it.
growing grapes, typically this is scripture. They're told not to consume the grapes or the juice or anything for the first 3 years of growing the crop. But then in the 4th year, they're allowed to eat of it. You know, just let it be. You got to take this thing, let it grow for 3 years,
Wow.
and then we can start to take the fruit. And it's just, man, it takes a while. I mean, I see in that. I think Jesus, when he's talking about the vine and the branches in John
Right.
15, he's looking at his disciples and saying, hey, for 3 years now, I've been developing, I've been growing you,
Yeah.
and now it's your time to go be fruitful.
Yeah.
But it took a while
Yeah.
to do that, and there was a lot of discipline along the way.
How do we form healthy disciplines? Like, how does this
Great
Ready
question.
for this question?
how does this happen? Because say hypothetically someone doesn't want to wake up in the morning, how would they move
Hypothetically.
forward
Right.
in that process? But truly, like, how do you form these? And once again, healthy disciplines, not just I'm doing it because I love how you said ask the why,
Yeah.
Chris. Like ask
that's
your
the biggest
why.
thing for me.
But really elaborating on, say someone right now, let's just list a couple things. Maybe somebody's not been disciplined reading their Bible. That's a huge thing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe somebody's not disciplined in going to church and being a part of healthy community.
Right.
Maybe somebody's just not disciplined in cleaning their room. Like,
Yeah.
how do you form healthy disciplines for things that are good?
Yeah. My first thought that comes to mind is actually believing that discipline is not a bad thing.
Because that's so lead to such no consistency whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah, discipline is almost seen as this like necessary
Forced.
evil.
Yeah.
You have to do it. But discipline is what brings about freedom in your life. There is, I think I've already talked about Jocko Willink on the podcast, Navy SEAL type guy.
Yeah.
But forgive me, he's
You
one of my
have, but
favorites.
you're
Super
allowed to do
cool.
it again.
Yeah, sorry.
Hero.
His go-to phrase constantly is discipline equals freedom. Like if I will be disciplined in this, we see discipline as restricting our
Yes.
freedom a lot of times,
Right.
but what it's actually do is leading you to freedom. And if I will be disciplined to eat a particular way, the freedom I'm going to find is that I'm able to use my body better
Yes.
than I ever have
the
been.
the why exactly. Yes.
So discipline is not this. Are you restricting some parts of your life? Yes, but you're opening up so much freedom that you don't have right now if you'll put that discipline into practice. That's you got to start with the mind on it.
I don't know if this is like off topic, but like something that's been helpful to me is like breaking my disciplines up into categories. So I think it's like 4 categories, like physical, like a physical discipline, spiritual discipline, relational discipline, and a
Emotional?
emotional discipline. That's right.
Nice.
And so being able to say, okay, what is my spiritual discipline that I want to be working on? Well, I want to be reading the Bible for this reason. I want to be reading the Bible in the morning because
Yeah.
when I'm reading it in the morning, I find myself to take care of people better and like treat others better, and I feel closer to the Lord whenever I'm giving Him my first
Right.
fruits. Like if you're able to give that solid reason, it's hard to wake up in the morning and just say, "Oh, I got to read my Bible," versus, "Oh, I'm going to read my Bible because like I know what the result and the fruit
Right,
will be
that's
at
good.
the end of it. I'm going to really work hard to take care of like stretching every day. For like I'm going to be stretching 5 days a week
Yeah.
because I know in the long term I'm going to be able to take care of my kids. I'm going to be able to move my body, and I'm going to be able to take care of it because I know the Lord wants me to do that." So like so on and so forth. Like being able to come up with those purposeful, driven reasons that instead of it feeling like you're white knuckling through just this really hard season, it's like, oh cool, I get to do this today. Like it's a I get to do it, not I have to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Type of language.
You said something really important right there. Thinking about the different categories you have them in. Okay, well, what's my one spiritual discipline, whatever
Yeah.
that means? Don't try to change your whole life
Yeah, I was gonna
around
say that
Yep.
too.
all at
So
once.
good.
Craig Groeschel, he talks about we would all view him, he's the pastor of Life Church. We would all view him, if we knew his life, as a very disciplined person. But he would say he's not. He's put disciplines into his life because he is not naturally disciplined in
Yeah.
things. But he said he started, I think it's close to 30 years ago. He started with he added one thing to his life.
Yep.
Like a 2-minute thing he added into his day every day, and which is not that big of a deal,
Right,
but
but it
he's
is.
been adding one thing a year for 30 years now.
Yeah.
And he's a completely different person than he was
Yeah.
because he's got these disciplines in
Doing
his life
one
now.
thing for 5 minutes a day versus doing one thing for 5 minutes a day for 30 years is way better than trying to do one thing for an hour for like a year and then you burn out from
Yeah.
it. Like just showing up is like the biggest
Yeah.
thing.
And I think we have to acknowledge that. What were you about to say? Sorry.
I
to
was
cut you off.
gonna see if we could use you as an example.
Oh, yeah, please.
Can we solve your
Yeah, go for it.
your
Please
alarm
solve my
Oh,
problem.
yeah.
Well,
this
go
is
with what you're
great.
going to say, and then we'll come back to you as an
Yeah.
example.
Well,
Love it.
perfect. Give me an example. Hopefully, this is helpful for you guys. But because they've got it all figured out. But when you see me rolling up at this church at 6:30 a.m., you're gonna know. But I do think that acknowledging naturally we are lazy people.
Of course.
I don't really think there are many people that come out of the womb and they're like, I am so disciplined.
Locked in.
And I've seen like there are so many people I admire that are so disciplined. And I think that they've gotten where they are because they fought to be disciplined, not because it came naturally. Because you read through the Proverbs, it talks about how we're lazy, we're fools, we're all these things. But I know that internally, I want to just please myself and I want to do things that are easy and convenient and don't take sacrifice. And discipline means looking in the mirror and saying, hey, you need to do what's best, not what's convenient or what feels good in this moment. Yeah, maybe it feels good to stay up and watch junk TV until 1 a.m. and eat bad and scroll on your phone mindlessly. But guess what? Like, that's not being disciplined. That's being lazy. And lazy doesn't mean like you're doing nothing. It just means you're not actually doing things that give you life.
Yes.
Because
That's a great point.
if a grape farmer goes out and cleans his whole yard and plucks all the weeds but never goes to the grapes, that wasn't very disciplined because that's the main priority was to care for that, not do a million other tasks.
Yep. These grape farmers, man.
Man, I just like shout out to our grape farmers of the world. I'm thankful for you. I would love to meet one day.
I say that grapes are my favorite fruit because okay, talk about lazy. If I got to peel something, I'm
Wow,
out.
this is actually
my
really.
God.
But
so you're gonna help me
Rachel-
fix my problems? Okay.
Rachel's is like that's not grapes are not allowed to be your favorite fruit. I'm like,
They
why
can.
not? They're
So
a fruit.
lazy, bro.
You know?
Dude, kiwis are legit though, because you don't.
I
even-
was just
like,
thinking about a kiwi.
People peel those, but you don't have to. You can eat the hairy
that's
part.
disgusting.
You can eat the hairy
I
part.
don't care that you can. Just because you
Is that what they
can
did in
do
Japan?
something doesn't mean you should do something.
Maybe.
Like you can
to
eat
you?
dirt, but it doesn't mean you should.
Oh,
wow.
that's not
Wow.
the same. It's
Wow.
just the hairy
Sorry,
piece,
guys.
and
It's
it's
taking a turn.
I
nutrient
understand.
dense.
I just don't want to talk about this anymore. So Dylan, help
That's
me fix my problem.
Yeah, what's
I
your-
just can't think about this.
Let's
kiwi.
make her an
Well,
experiment.
okay, you're the experiment. What's your why? Why do you say you want to wake up earlier in the morning?
I want to be more productive
Okay. Why do you need to be more productive?
because if I start my day in chaos, the whole rest of the day is chaotic.
Ooh, that's a good why.
Yeah, because it is. Like I wake up and I'm like, oh, I gotta hurry to get ready and do all these things, and then I come into work like frazzled because I'm like,
Yeah.
everything I've done has been in 2 times speed this morning because I didn't wake up on time.
Yeah. So you know if you're a little bit more disciplined to wake up in the morning
Right.
a little bit earlier, it affects the whole rest of your day
Yes.
and how it goes.
Now the question is, here's the part where it falls apart.
Thank you for
Is
listening to
your
us as
reason-
experts.
Is your reason for not getting up greater than the reason for
Whoa.
getting up?
You can ask me when I'm half asleep and I can't even tell you my name.
I can't even come up with a comprehensive thought
but
when
this
I'm
is the
waking
hard
up.
thing. But truly, I think I'm so tired because I've like lost the discipline of healthy rhythms of like you should go to bed tired, but you should go to bed on time. And I have all these great plans to be disciplined, but then like in a moment of just lacking self-control,
Yes.
I'm like, meh, never mind.
Yeah.
Well, okay, you just said something really important.
No.
When are you making the decision whether or not to get out of bed? You're making it.
Sorry, someone's calling me.
You're
I have to go.
Y'all, this is me every morning.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Like I go to the gym early in the morning because I that's something I want to have in my life. I love it. I will for the rest of my life exercise. I really enjoy it.
W.
But at this point in my life, I know if that's going to happen, it has to happen in the morning. There is no going to the gym after work because Rachel would be calling me saying, "No, you're coming home now.
Yeah.
You're not going to the gym after work." So it has to happen in the morning. So for one, that helps me make the decision.
Yeah,
The
you have
decision's kind
no
of already
other
made.
choice.
There is
That's
no
a
other
great-
option.
That's a great why.
But I can't, on the days where I am laying in bed, my alarm is going off, and I'm trying to decide right then if I'm getting out of bed, that's a tough state of mind to make the decision in.
It's so hard.
What things can you pre-decide the night before? You can go ahead and lay out your clothes. You can put your alarm somewhere where you have to get out of the bed
Bible
in order
at
to
your
go turn it
bedside
off.
table.
That'll get
To
you.
get into like the spiritual disciplines too, like having those things nearby, convenient, and like you're able to just do it as if it's the first thing that you think of.
Well,
Yeah.
And going off of what you're both saying, to be disciplined, you can set yourself up for success. Like, if I have this, like, I just like hiccuped into the microphone. That's my worst nightmare. All right. I have to go home again.
I tried to do a straight face, and then Delaney looked at me.
I couldn't do it. But
Oh, hey, editor, if we can turn that up like 20 dB, oh my gosh, I'd be so happy.
no one
I'm
knows.
so sorry. I wish I could have kept a straight face.
I need discipline. Mom,
that was
help. Where's my
awesome.
mom?
Don's crying.
I'm crying too because this is my worst nightmare. But back to whatever I was
Man.
saying. Okay, but with
spiritually.
discipline,
Yeah.
you can set yourself up for success. And I think little things like setting out your clothes and doing this, but it's like even with schoolwork, like if you know you have a huge day on Monday, why would you pack
Right.
Sunday full? That doesn't make
Yeah.
sense. But it's easy to, in that moment, get caught up and be like, oh, but I want to do this. And it's like, but is it best?
Right.
So even if, like, one thing I genuinely, from this conversation, am reminding myself, like, okay, tonight I need to go home. And instead of, like, once I'm done here, like, we're going to be here to Tuesday. We got a lot of things going on. And now the mic fell. Man, today is not our day.
I'll just
But-
keep it right here.
Yeah, you're doing great. But
This is casual, right?
Wouldn't be
So
an
natural.
episode without the mic falling.
no, it
Classic.
really wouldn't. It's our new thing. But if I'm gonna be here late and I know that, like going home and then starting something like I'm gonna watch a show or I'm gonna get on my phone, like that is gonna set me up for failure tomorrow.
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
like, okay, what if I go home, lay out my clothes, set my alarm, make sure everything is set up so that tomorrow when I wake up, I'm ready to go.
And that's a good one.
Yeah.
Seriously, like, what did I do all that work for? Like, you know, we think of ourselves as time efficient people. Like, doing that work ahead of time while your mind is sharp, like how
Yeah.
you said you're exhausted in the morning, having all those things ready to go so you don't even have to think about it is
Yeah.
the move. And then also, I was thinking about rest days. You have to be so careful because if you just chill out, do nothing at all, you will lose that routine.
Yeah.
Instead of it just becoming your norm, like
That's
doing
good.
something every day is better than not doing anything at all. People think that doing nothing at all is like some form of rest. I think it's like just a form of laziness.
And you don't want to, like you said, like lose the drive to be disciplined. Like rest days, even themselves, could be disciplined. Like you're like, I'm going to set out my Bible and journal so that when I wake up, I see that, and I'm going to pre-make lunch so that I
Right.
can open up the fridge. Like truly, and discipline. It's you said it, but in Galatians, when it lists out the fruit of the Spirit, fruit singular, fruit, we have all of it, is self-control. Like we are given self-control through the Spirit who is guiding us to how to live. And this bleeds into spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, like all these elements. Like we're supposed to lean into self-control, not chaos. Because the world lives chaotically. The world is chaotic with their actions, with their time. We want to be people who are disciplined to
Right.
use our time well in a way that glorifies the Lord.
Yeah. For one, be disciplined to rest. Don't be so disciplined that there's just never a moment in your life that you're taking a break.
Absolutely.
And this, we've used the gym as the example a lot. That's a really easy example. Man, this applies to everything.
Yeah.
Like you've seen at times how I lay out my work day because I know, man, I got stuff I got to get done.
Right.
If I don't control my time, I'm not going to be good at my job.
That's good.
So I put in my calendar where I'm going to do things that are deep work, where I got to really be thinking and having some time just by myself. But then there are other things. When I'm answering emails and whatnot, that can be done anywhere, anytime. And I got those blocks of time in my calendar as well. That way, when I get to whatever time of day it is, I'm not having to decide. I've pre-decided what things I'm going to be doing from 10 to 11 on this particular day. I already know what I'm doing. I don't have to sit down and say, okay, what am I doing for this next hour? A lot of it for me, and y'all, please, oh my goodness, so many ways in my life that I need help being disciplined. But so much of it for me, I'm realizing in this conversation, is pre-deciding
Yeah,
things.
pre-deciding.
If I've already made a decision on the front end, if I'm making a decision in the moment, I'm probably going to make a bad decision.
Yeah.
And a book that really, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
No, you got it.
I think a book that like encompasses everything that we're talking about. It's one of my favorite books. It's
The
called
Bible.
Atomic Habits.
Oh, yeah.
The Bible.
It's a really, really good
Atomic Habits.
resource. The Bible's fantastic too, but I think there are also like a lot of very specific methods that you can have for like those pre-setups that are awesome. And Atomic Habits is such a good read. So
Yeah. And
I
I-
highly recommend.
Even going off of that, like these habits that we form, like even Steve Jobs was like, we have decision paralysis. Like we can only make so many decisions before we make careless decisions. So he's like wore the same outfit every day because he didn't want to have decision paralysis. But it's little things like picking out your outfit the day before. Seems like small, but it takes one thing you have to do. Maybe like I know I'm not best in the morning, so that's where I have to be even more disciplined. So like doing things that set myself up for success, so that when I have that choice, I can lean into self-control and say, hey, I pre-decided these things are happening. I've set myself up for success.
good.
And it only takes like 5 to 10 minutes to
Yep.
do that, to set myself up for success, instead of sitting around being lazy and wasting my time.
Can I go ahead and claim pre-deciding as my TLDR?
Yeah, fine. What's your TLDR, Dylan? Let's hear it.
If I didn't take that, I don't know what I was
There
going
you
to
go.
say.
Yeah.
You got it.
That's so good.
No, just thinking like this is make me sound so old, but even TV and radio, things like that, we've never had to make you just used to watch what was on.
Yeah.
You're making a decision from 40 channels. We'll pick one of these things, or the radio. It's just whatever song is on is what I'm listening to. But now, dude, we're making decisions all day long,
Right.
constantly.
Right.
I do not enjoy sitting down in front of my TV and having to just pick something to watch. I want to just say, this is what's on ESPN right now, so this is what I'm watching. We make so many decisions all day long.
Yeah.
Man, take some of that off your plate where you're
Yeah,
not having to
good.
decide in the moment. And I think that's going to get you a little bit farther down the road being disciplined.
Mine is showing up for 5 minutes a day for 50 years is better than showing up an hour every day for a year and then burning out and
That
quitting.
is
Yeah.
really good.
So just show up.
That's a good thought.
Mine is you don't want to be disciplined, but you have to make the choice to be. It's not a natural desire.
Flip that.
It's not. It's just not. I
Yeah.
know me. I don't want to wake up on time, but I need to do it. So it's not natural, but it's worth fighting for.
Discipline's different than motivation.
Oh,
There are going to be plenty of days you don't feel motivated,
yeah.
but you can still do the thing if you're disciplined. You don't
So-
have to have the motivation.
Heard.
Sorry, I jumped in on
No,
you.
I'm
it's
glad
all
you
good.
did. Welcome. We can share the
Okay,
TLDR.
great.
Well, guys,
All right.
maybe the mic will stay on next time.
We'll
Yeah.
try to be more professional
find
at
out.
some point
Allegedly.
in this podcast.
See you later.
I don't know what to do.